Get into next week, we're tracking our first really big heat wave of the season, and we're looking at the potential for some near record high temperatures as we get into next week. So here's a look. These are some of our current record highs Monday through Friday next week versus the forecast highs. So the forecast highs obviously subject to change. We'll see how our official numbers play out. But yeah, temperatures, records are in the 90s, and we're going to look for highs in the 90s. So we are going to have a pretty easy time breaking at least a couple records as we get into next week. So again, record highs are going to be possible for us, and it's just going to be downright hot. Those temperatures are going to be on average about 10 to 15 degrees or higher above average for this time of year, which is about 80 degrees. We're also going to have an increase in humidity. So it's going to start to feel very tropical out there, and that means it's going to feel closer to triple digits and higher for much of the day, especially through those afternoon hours. And we're also just not going to get a lot of relief from the heat. Even through the overnights, most of us, the temperatures are not going to make it below 70 degrees. And that's going to be happening for a prolonged period of time into next week. So as you look ahead to next week, make a plan to stay cool. If you've got to be outside, make sure you plan on some shade, taking frequent breaks, and of course, staying hydrated as well. Also, as you plan for next week, you can scan that QR code in the corner there with your phone. That'll take you to the WKYC app, and that will have, as we get into next week, all sorts of information about cooling shelters and things like that, some resources for you as we get into that thick of the heat into next week. So here's how this is going to work, that big pattern into next week. We've got hot air that's going to set up over the eastern half of the country, and it is not going to budge. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're still under that ridge in the hot air. Thursday, same thing. Friday, yep, you guessed it. It's still there. It's going to have a really hard time actually breaking down once it sets up. So those 90-degree plus days are just going to keep on coming. And as we get into the end of that 7-day forecast and beyond, so heading towards that latter part of June, Climate Prediction Center, a good chance we have above average temperatures heading into that period as well. Again, our average high is about 80 degrees for this time of year. So that doesn't guarantee 90s by any means, but it's a pretty good shot at some at least highs over 80 degrees for that latter part of June as well. So we're going to get that heat to kick in, and it's going to stick around for a while. So we've got to enjoy some cooler conditions while they are here. Temperatures are cooling off, 60s, upper 50s right now out towards Ravenna. And the bigger improvement today has been in our our dew points. Our dew points started off very high. You could feel them yesterday. We're down into the 40s and low 50s right now. So that's more comfortable air in place. That means we're going to cool off through the overnight into the 50s for many areas. So a nice night to open up those windows if you're not already letting in some of that fresh air. Tomorrow, going to be a fantastic day for us. Lots of sunshine, kind of the calm before the heat, if you will, with temperatures only in the 70s. Should be a beautiful day to get out and do any of those outdoor activities, anything you want to sneak in while those temperatures are a little more bearable. As we get into the National Design Right hour-by-hour forecast, Sunday for Father's Day, a few extra clouds around, still not too bad first thing in the morning. We start off in the 50s, low 60s. The last bit of free air conditioning you're going to have for a long time. We are right back into the 80s as we go through the afternoon, and then as we get into that work week, yep, that's when the heat kicks in. Medina Country Club 7-day outlook, we are going for 90s Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even heading into next weekend. A chance we could see those temperatures still hovering near 90. So that heat is going to take over very quickly and stick around for a prolonged period of time. So again, plan accordingly as you look ahead to next week.
No kidding. Wow, we are matching that forecast with the close. Thanks, Jess.